Wall Street Memes Casino,
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.
Going towards the former undisputed female champion, Chantel Cameron, is her first fight under the Frank Warren and Queensberry label, and she hasn't taken an easy touch whatsoever. LM McAlelly, is that right?
Definitely not. LM McCallett
Okay.
will be
I was thinking of Claude McAlelly.
completely different person, but French nonetheless. So I can sort of
17-2, so I do know something about her.
yeah. And Makelele, a great player in his own right, sort of carved out a role for himself, didn't he? Which was good. Listen, McCalled is a proper fighter. She's serious. She's going to stick it right on Chantel Cameron. Chantel Cameron chose this fight because she knew it would be an entertaining fight. McCalled has only lost to Baumgardner. She's only lost to Delphine Passoon. Only 2 losses in great company. And Chantel Cameron is a woman on a mission. She was undisputed at super lightweight. She was the only fighter as a professional to beat Katie Taylor. As we know, Katie Taylor's pretty good. Katie Taylor had the chance to avenge that, and Chantel Cameron now wants the chance to avenge that. But she didn't get it. They've gone their separate paths for now at least, and Chantel's on a mission to collect belts. It starts with this WBC interim title tomorrow.
Run down the rest of the card for us. Obviously, Dev, you've got Ashley Lane, Andrew Kane, Ezra Taylor, Zach Parker. It's stacked.
Mate. Ash Lane, Andrew Kane. You saw what happened yesterday, right? Ashley Lane said to him, "Do you want to go now?" As we know in recent weeks in boxing, you can't really say, "Do you want to go now?" to someone who's about it. Andrew Kane is very much about it. So if you say to Andrew Kane, "Do you want to go now? We can go now," he will be ready to go now. He went up to Ashley Lane and he grabbed him by the throat. I just had him on the stream now. I said, what happened yesterday? He said, look, he got lucky because I wanted to left hook him and I turned it into a choke. So he's a proper he's a proper fighter, right, through and through. And we know about Ash Lane's story by now. I mean, unbelievable, from rock bottom, homeless, suicidal, to being the first British champion from Northampton. It is inspirational. It's such a brilliant fight, and I can't wait for that one. And Andrew Kane just looks like a geezer who wants to take someone's head off. Absolutely terrifies me. He looks right through me. Does he scare you? Is it just me? Does he scare you, Andrew Kane?
No one scares me.
Okay.
I'm joking. A lot of people do.
Sorry, Ard, but yeah, Andrew Kane just looks up for it. Ezra Taylor, I'm a big fan of the Canon, big fan of the Canon, and I've heard Ben Whittaker's going to be in the building as well. Another wonderful light heavyweight from this country. I want Ezra Taylor to put on a hell of a show, get that WBC international title, and start looking around and saying, all right, where is he? Where is this Ben Whittaker that they speak so highly of? They've had a little bit of beef and back and forth in the past as well. I just think that's an interesting thought. And yeah, look, that title that he's gunning for, WBC International, very recently that was held by Willie Hutchinson. Shows the kind of importance of a title like that, because look at what Willie Hutchinson's doing now. He's doing very, very well. He's got Buatsi coming up. Yeah, just a brilliant show, mate. Zach Parker as well. He's got a point to prove. Because the Tyron Zoiga win, he probably wasn't too happy with how he looked in that fight. Tyron Zoiga came in a bit heavy, become a bit of an awkward night's work. And now he's got to show he's still that guy, because he was looking unbelievable 2 or 3 years ago. He was cleaning everyone out. If he's still got that in him, then he can have another good run at this.
Dev, when is the face-off between Joe Joyce and Derek Chisora being released?
My understanding is it will be tonight, so it's Friday at 5 o'clock. I think. Have a look officially on the Queensberry socials and that, but that was the last that I
Did you do that? Is you hosting that?
Yeah, so it's the first time I've done that. I've done Archie Sharp and Ryan Garner before that, just to kind of warm up to doing it, and then did Joyce and Chisora. Wasn't expecting too much, because I've seen Joe Joyce's face-off thing with Joe Parker, and there wasn't much in that. But I was pleasantly surprised with what I got. You've seen the little clips that have gone out, right?
Yeah, calling his whole team pussies, which Adam Morley from SJAM was here today, and I did have to bring that up to him.
What did Adam Morley say about that? Is he going to have it out with Derek Chisora about it?
Well, I was trying to make him have it out with Derek Chisora, purely from a selfish point of
He
view.
is far too clever to get involved in a back and forth with Derek Chisora.
He said there could be something up his sleeve / Joe Joyce's sleeve for next week, so we shall look forward to that.
Yeah, I'd imagine he'll just be entrusting Joe Joyce to beat up Derek Chisora, and just sort of that will be it, and he'll never have to speak of it again. But it's a good face-off. It's it just surprised me. There was moments in it where it got a bit tense. There was moments where it was funny, where like the whole room was kind of laughing at what on earth Derek Chisora's just said. Even sometimes what Joe Joyce said. So tune in, 5 o'clock I think, and enjoy.
What did you make of the incident that come out with Derek Chisora with the Deliveroo driver on Sunday?
I didn't make much of it. It's I think it went viral, didn't it? It's certainly safe to say that. Derek Chisora will always have people talking about him, that's for sure.
Final thing on that fight. Is it a 50-50?
Do you know what? If this was... We're just at that strange moment in time where it feels like it's closer than maybe it's ever been. Maybe it's ever been, because, say 2 years ago, you go back to 2022, October 2022, Joe Joyce knocks out Joe Parker. He becomes a top 2 or 3 heavyweight in the world. You can certainly say that. You can proudly say he's at least 3rd best in the world, because no one's knocked out Joe Parker. Also, look at what Joe Parker's doing now. It's a proper win. Then he ran into Zhang, and now there's this whole thing of, okay, is he the same guy? Can he still be that juggernaut? That chin has been cracked. He then boxed Cash Ali, and it wasn't his best, right? I mean, he got him out of there late, but it didn't look like... It felt like perhaps Joe Joyce from a couple of years ago might have done it earlier. That's kind of the feeling. Derek Chisora, you just know what you're going to get. You're just going to get war, and that's just guaranteed. It's all about Joe Joyce, in my view. What's he got left? If he's still that guy, he gets the job done. If he has declined, then the last kind of person you want in front of you is Derek Chisora. And by the way, Alexander Usyk said that he's never been hit as hard as what he has by Derek Chisora. That's a big claim. That's a claim from someone who doesn't just talk shit, right? He doesn't just do headlines like that for the sake of it. If he's saying it, he means it. So I think it's a proper fight. Is it 50-50? I'm not sure. I feel like it's closer than it's ever been.
Are people dismissing Daniel Dubois against Anthony Joshua?
Probably, but that's okay if they wish to do that. I don't think he should be dismissed. I think the win over Filip Hrgović. Do you know what this happens when fighters pick up marquee wins? Sometimes it gets minimised later. It's happened plenty of times to Joshua as well. You look at his fight with Otto Wallin, going into it, awkward southpaw, 6 weeks' notice. Are you sure? Banana skin. He just bashes him up, and everyone's like, "Oh, Otto Wallin, he wasn't really at it anyway." People are now starting to do it about Hrgović. People are suddenly pretending that Hrgović is rubbish. He's not. That's an Olympic bronze medalist who's been a bogeyman in the heavyweight division, who had countless people turn him down for a final eliminator where he ended up fighting Zhang. Everyone turned him down. No one wanted to fight him. Daniel Dubois stopped him. So recognise that, appreciate that, and also appreciate the demons that he overcame when he beat Jarrell Big Baby Miller. He had this massive lump in front of him, 300 pounds, an absolute fridge in front of him, just trying to bash him up. He had all of these thoughts in his head, I'm sure, of like later rounds, things that have happened to him in the past. But he beat him up in there, and he stopped him late. So if people are writing him off, let them, but I feel like they're wrong too. I think it's such a brilliant fight, that, and I think they're both on top form. It's the perfect time to make it.
Do you think either one of them agitated the other during those media days?
I don't think Joshua got agitated by Dubois. I just feel like he's got that kind of switch where it's the same as what we've seen with Andrew Kane, right? If you're about it, if you've got that. It's not Joshua, is it? No. No. But if you've got that about you, if you're a proper fighter, if you're about that life, someone says to you, all right, do you want to have it now? You're probably going to try and have it now. So that got his back up, that got him to stand up. Don't think he was irritated, just think he was ready to go. Was Daniel Dubois irritated by Anthony Joshua? It's not very often I see a huge range of emotions from Daniel Dubois. I think he's also a fighter through and through, and he also wants to show to someone like Anthony Joshua, don't try and little bro me. I know you're older than me. I know when we first, started sparring, I was just a teenager, and whatever happened. I'm a man now. I'm 26. I'll be 27 when I fight you. I've been through stuff. I've just beaten Hrgovic. I've just beaten your mate, Big Baby Miller. Give me some respect. I ain't your little bro. That's sort of the impression I felt from it.
Last one, a little bit unrelated, but EUBANK Jr. CANELO, random fight. What do you make of it?
Look, great if it happens. Is it happening? Has something happened in the last hour or so where?
No, but it's rumoured.
Yeah, I mean, if you're EUBANK Jr., I mean that is kind of, Canelo is, one of the, if not the biggest stars in boxing, right? So that's the big ticket. That's the big fight. So congratulations, whoever gets it, it's congratulations. For Canelo, yeah, I mean, it's another Brit that I'd imagine he'd be thinking it's just a Brit I'm going to bash up. Up at 168 pounds, EUBANK Jr. lost to Groves at 168. He's quite small at 168, so it feels like a foregone conclusion, but you just never know in this sport. I wanted to see EUBANK Jr. against Hamza Shiraz. That's a far more competitive fight in my view, but hey ho.
Is there anything else you'd like to add, Dev?
No, just make sure you watch the show. We're live on TNT Sports at 6 o'clock, so all of the magnificent 7 fights will be on there. We'll be live on the Queensbury stream at about 4:45, and Shabazz Masood will be on that. Good that he stayed on the card.
Yes, very good.
And Liam Davis will be commentating over Shabazz Masood, so I don't know what to expect. He'll probably just be slagging him off. I don't know.
It's not going to be Devon Heaney, it's going to be Devon Davis.
Yeah, and Nicola Bark will be on as well, so it'll be great. Make sure you tune in.
Excellent. There's no one queuing up behind me, so...
No, what's going on? I must have annoyed everyone yesterday.
Well, yeah, maybe. We'll see. Dev, thank you very much.
Wall Street Memes Casino,
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.